Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Today I want to talk about a tool we can all have in our toolbox, specifically for our mind, so to speak, that I think can help us get ahead in life and be very beneficial on our journeys to financial freedom. The topic of today's video being learning to delay gratification. But first, I want to take the time to thank everybody who not only watched my previous videos, but also liked and left comments. And then a very special thank you to everybody who subscribed. Thank you so much, that means so much to me. So, delayed gratification. I think there are two mindsets in life. There is short-term thinking, the way of instant gratification, and there's long-term thinking, learning to delay gratification. There's a gentleman by the name of Walter Mischel. I believe he's a psychologist, and he studies things like willpower and self-control. I think most of us know him from the marshmallow test, which the marshmallow test, what they would do is they would sit a child down at a table with a plate that had a marshmallow on it, and they'd explain to them that if they didn't eat the marshmallow and they waited for the person instructing them to come back, which would usually be about 15 to 20 minutes, they could then have 2 marshmallows if they waited. And obviously a lot of the children couldn't wait and would eat the marshmallow instantly, and some of the children would wait and receive the second marshmallow. They noticed outcomes in the children's lives of the ones who could wait for the second marshmallow, particularly in things like their education. They had better grades. Now, I firmly believe that it's very similar for our finances. A lot of us adults in today's world, Amazon is that marshmallow. Everybody wants to go buy that thing and get that instant gratification, that thing they probably don't actually need on Amazon right away, right? Well, talking about willpower and self-control and discipline, I think if we learn that it's more valuable to actually get ahead in life rather than constantly spending money, that it's totally worth it to just get ahead in life. Now, looking at these things that bring instant gratification, like shopping. I mean, shopping itself, there's this thing called, retail therapy, where people really think they feel better after buying things. But take a look at your life and realize, does buying all these things actually bring you any happiness? A trick that I have done, I train myself to get more joy from saving money than spending money. Now, I do not mean that in a greedy way. Obviously, you can go too far to where you're too paranoid about saving money to the point to where it's even unhealthy and like an addiction. That's obviously not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about learning to get peace from saving money and building an emergency fund and investing, rather than constantly living in the state of being paycheck to paycheck. I guess what I'm really trying to tell you guys is it's totally worth it to take the time to do whatever you need to do to delay gratification and to save money just enough to get ahead in life. Getting ahead in life is so valuable, and I understand that it can be really difficult. And sometimes we really just have to learn to say no in life. I think learning to say no to things is one of the most important skills, because whether it's shopping on Amazon or maybe you're somebody who likes to party and realize that the people you spend time around really ultimately don't add much value to your life. Sometimes, learning to say no to the things that aren't good for you and instead sacrificing to do what's ultimately the healthiest for you and delaying gratification of all these short-term wants is so important. Now, before I end this video, I just want to say I'm not trying to scare people into having what's called a scarcity mindset. I'm really trying to take the time in my life to have a mindset of abundance. Our minds are really powerful things, guys. All of the good things in our life comes from a thought, and starting with taking action on those thoughts that come through our mind. And so our minds are really powerful, and we just need to learn to have our mind work for us and have discipline rather than being controlled by our wants and desires that always keep us living paycheck to paycheck. It really is so important. I hope any of that actually made sense, and I hope this message made it to someone who could benefit from it. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next videos.